Hi guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video. If it's your first video on my channel, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button right down below, smash a like on the video and drop a comment. Let me know where you're watching from. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you guys for coming back to another video. I really and truly appreciate you guys. You guys may be seeing this video on Father's Day. I just want to take an opportunity to say happy Father's Day to all the men who are fathers on my channel, all my subscribers, all the men who are just doing the best they can to take care of their child or children. I just want to let you guys know that today's your day. And DiAndersons, I appreciate you guys and just much love and blessings to all of you guys, alright? What am I going to be talking about today, guys? I'm going to be sharing with you guys 8 most common mistakes new immigrant make when they migrate to Canada, right? So there are different ways you can learn from mistakes. You can make mistakes on your own, you can learn from it that way, or you can learn from somebody else's experience and then use that to guide your journey to make sure that you don't make the same mistakes and don't end up in a similar position as persons as previously made. There's a famous quote that says, if you want to know a road that you've never traveled before, just ask someone who has traveled it before. And then that way you'll know exactly what to expect. Okay, guys? This is migrate to Canada. It can be a very overwhelming process. It can be a life-changing process. And oftentimes, it doesn't come with a manual. You don't know what to expect. And of course, we all end up making a lot of mistakes, mistakes that we learn from, but hopefully you guys don't make the same mistakes that I have made, that others have made, because you would have seen this video and also that you would have seen other person's experiences, and then that will definitely make your process a lot more smoother. Alright guys, now the number one mistake, guys, that most new immigrants make when they migrate to Canada is they compare themselves to others. Now, this is a big mistake, guys. Everybody's immigration journey is different and no two persons is the same. So you cannot compare your journey to somebody else's journey. And this is a common mistake that persons make when they migrate to Canada. They try to do the very same things. They judge themselves the same, and they oftentimes make mistake by doing the same thing that somebody else might have done. Instead, what a new immigrant should do is to do what's best for them and their family. In terms of you make a transition to a new country, that's already the biggest part, right? What you want to do is to understand the environment that you're living in and what works better for you. A lot of persons who they're even comparing themselves with are persons who would have had a lot more experience than them, being that they would have migrated to Canada a long time before them. So they would have made their mistakes already, learned from it, and are now in a better position. You have to give yourself the opportunity to learn, the opportunity to grow as a new immigrant. You can't always be comparing yourself to others using their immigration story to judge yourself and to grade yourself. Everybody's immigration story is different, and it's very important that you guys know that when you are migrating to Canada, especially as a new immigrant. Another common mistake that most new immigrants make when they migrate to Canada is taking too much credit. Now, Canada is a country that makes it very convenient for you to get loans, very convenient for you to get credit. In terms of phone plans are all on credit. You can get furniture on credit, you can get a car easily and stuff like that. And a lot of new immigrants, especially immigrants coming from other countries where credit is not so easily accessible, they become overwhelmed and they end up taking a lot more than they need. And what this does is it really affects your credit score. And credit is something that is very important in Canada. It can determine the type of job you get, the apartment that you live in, the type of car that you get. Everything is linked to your credit. So you want to be sure that you're not taking more than you need. Access to credit is so convenient here. You can take grocery and pay for it later. You can take furniture and pay for it later. And as a new immigrant, all these concepts are concepts that are new, and a lot of persons often get overwhelmed and put themselves in a bad position before they even get a good foundation in order to go forward and really and truly conquer the new environment that they're in. Another common mistake that new immigrants make when they migrate to Canada is they stick to their own community. And whilst I can understand, and whilst this can be a positive in the sense that you're already in a new country where you are possibly learning a new language, you don't know what to expect, and everything can be so overwhelming. So people try to cling to the community that they're familiar with, and this gives them some level of stability. But you have to be very careful because this might hamper your networking ability. Networking is key in Canada, especially as a new immigrant. You want to be open to other cultures, you want to be open to other way of doing things, and the only way you can know these things is by going into different communities, right? Sticking to your community is important because it does give you stability, but you want to also make sure that you're not only sticking to your community because that might limit your networking. That might limit your networking possible opportunities severely. So you want to keep that in mind. Don't only stick to your community, but also try to learn about other community and grow. Another common mistake that new immigrants make is not saving or investing. And this oftentimes put new immigrants in a position of living from paycheck to paycheck. And this can be a mistake, guys, because owning a home requires down payment in Canada, and you know what, money is always important. It's when you're an immigrant to a new country, you want to try as much as possible to save as much money as possible, because you don't want to be in a position where you might lose a job and you don't have anything to wrap back on or anything of the sort, right? You want to give yourself the best platform to succeed, and saving and investing definitely contribute to that. So you want to save, you don't have to save a lot. You just have to save enough to put you in a position that if you should lose a job, you are able to survive until you can get another job. And a lot of new immigrants fall into the trap of taking too much credit, paying so much loans, not being able to save, and then being forced to live in a capitalistic lifestyle of living paycheck to paycheck, which as a new immigrant that can be a trap, right? You don't want to put yourself in that position. You want to be able to live comfortably and achieve your goals. Another common mistake, guys, that new immigrants make is not being patient. Being patient with yourself, being patient with the situation, right? You're not gonna learn every single thing overnight. You're in a brand new country. There's different ways of doing things that you don't know yet. And oftentimes, new immigrants don't give themselves the opportunity to learn, to grow, just because they're not patient. So they end up making rash decisions that end up affect their goal and their dreams in the future. Don't be rushed to make decisions. Be patient. Be patient, be patient, be patient. Immigrating is an overwhelming process, guys, and especially when you are here, especially as an international student or as a temporary worker, you have goals of becoming a permanent resident, you have goals of becoming a citizen. Everything you do now affects later. You have to be patient and make sure that everything that you're doing now lines up to what you want it to be in the future, right? That's very, very important. Okay, you get to make a feature in the video today. I wasn't gonna put you in the video, but since you insist, what you gonna say? Are you gonna say something now? Okay. Now, in addition to the previous point that I made, guys, another mistake that new immigrants make is becoming too comfortable, right? Canada is a country that rewards you for your effort, right? If you put in the work, you get the reward. It's that kind of country. So a lot of new immigrants become too comfortable by being okay with the situation. But you can achieve so much more. You can achieve all the goals, all the dreams, all the aspirations. So comfort, there's a quote, comfort destroys ambition, right? And sometimes this is something that I'm even guilty of sometimes, because sometimes it's so easy to get comfortable that you don't push towards anything more. But that's a common mistake that a lot of new immigrants make. They are just too comfortable. All right, guys. Just know that it's possible and keep working towards the dreams, and do not settle until you get to where you want to get. It's very easy to become comfortable, but that is a mistake that a lot of new immigrants make. All right, so be conscious of it and work towards a dream. And this is the final mistake, guys. And it is something that we're all guilty of. And you know what it is? It is not asking for help. I have a saying, well, not my saying, but I always repeat a saying. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness, but asking for help is a sign of strength. There's nothing wrong with asking for help. Being new to a country we are going to need help, right? So that is something that a lot of new immigrants don't do enough, asking for help. It's okay to ask for help. And asking for help can definitely help us to become better persons, both financially and stuff like that. Be open to help. Be open for help, guys, and know that don't let your pride or stuff get in between of you achieving your goals and really and truly getting the best platform. All right, guys. Yeah, I just wanted to share those tips with you guys because these are stuff that I wish I knew when I just came to Canada a few years ago. And going through a lot of these, I did make some of these mistakes. I know a lot of persons who made some of these mistakes, and you learn and you grow. That's how we grow. But at the end of the day, if you guys don't have to make these mistakes, don't make these mistakes. Learn from my experience, learn from other person's experience, and definitely have a better journey than we have, right? Migrating and immigrating to Canada can be an overwhelming process. It's a difficult process, and it's a process that doesn't stop until you become a citizen or a permanent resident, right? So at the end of the day, guys, it's something that's gonna be with you until you become that. So keep doing the right things, keep working in the right way, and keep following the right footsteps. Alright, guys, I just want to share that with you guys. Please make sure that you subscribe to my channel if you like this content. Drop a comment, let me know what you want me to talk about, and don't hesitate, guys, to smash a like on this video. Alright, guys, happy Father's Day again to all the fathers, and see you guys in the next video. Bye.